back to the drawing board. This is back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. It works. The Ho group is meeting again at the Medieval Centre in Nykøbing in southern Denmark. Now this year, for our experiments, we're going to be looking at medieval incendiaries and fire weapons. Now a lot of our recipes are coming from the firework books, the medieval firework books, and the recipes themselves, to modernise, look quite exotic. This has led many scholars to believe that these books were not really written from a practical point of view, and were actually written to impress. The man was writing them to impress the king or his prince or the employer. He was out to get a job, like a CV. What we're going to do this year is actually look at these recipes and try to replicate them and to see if they actually work. Now, a lot of the recipes include things that we don't think will actually make any difference either to the recipe itself or may even be detrimental. They make it not work. And they use a lot of exotic things like amber and camphor, and one of them even includes some mercury salts. And it's these exotic materials we're going to add and try it out. Then the idea would then is to sort of smear that. You have that, you sort of get that brush or just put it in a thing and smear it around. And then to add the gunpowder, black powder around there. Well, we prepared 2 fire arrows to 2 separate recipes, and we've just managed to test fire them, or we just tested them setting the light to see what would happen. The first one, as you saw, burned for perhaps just a few seconds and actually might make quite a good fire arrow. This one, however, exploded rather dramatically, so I think in this case it's back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Well, 2 holes and then you varnish it. Why bother making little holes in little bags if you're going to shoot them off and there's something about the holes.
Coming from inside.
This coating with the gunpowder is used twofold.
The fire the varnish is not burning.
To put on
no,
the
but you need to get the fire inside.
And also to burn the inside.
The holes are there, yes. But maybe the holes are too small. You need to make a bigger hole with just a very thin varnish, but then they go up bang.
Yeah, then it will not explode so
well, they will explode very quickly.
In a sense, we're talking about 2 separate coatings. The coating of
it's melting down, you see, look.
Yeah.
That's what happens when it...
See? No, it's exactly where it's supposed to. It works.
Fantastic.
Exactly what it was supposed to. And this is spraying
thatch roof or something, that would certainly set it alight. And you see how hot it's got, all the pitch is melting. Good. What had happened with this one is slightly different coating. We made up the pitch recipe yesterday with the sulphur and the pitch and the resin, and we boiled it a couple of times to use it, and this time it was very, very, very thick and sort of glutinous, and I had to sort of scrape it, sort of paste it on, but it seems also to have burned slightly better. We've been trying to make a fire lance all week, and after 3 or 4 days and several tests of the different mixtures and that, we've finally got something which we're happy with. And what we've done is we've taken the description from Biringuccio from 1540, and we've made up this small fire lance, which we're now going to test. Well, we've just had a test and didn't really work very well. We're still having problems with the slow burning powder and the transfer of fire from the slow powder to the fast lifting charge that actually throws the ball out. So it's something we'll have to do more work on and try to make it more deliberately set fire to. But anyway, we're part of the way there now, and I think we're getting at least half successful. The purpose of the seminar this week was to try to investigate some of the sort of 15th and 16th century incendiary weapons that were being used at the time, following the original recipes.
Shot out 7.
We've had quite good success in some areas, but we're still having quite a lot of difficulties in some others, and it's really clear that this sort of work takes a lot of time and effort to relearn and get back the knowledge of how these incendiary works. So we'll have to go back to the drawing board, back to having a look at our recipes again, redoing them and exploring it yet again.